Hello, welcome to Unlimited Splash, where we get better at Magic together through a new draft every day. And today, I feel like I should give a bit of an introduction because here's what's happened in the last few days on my channel. In the last 1 week, I guess I've actually tripled the number of subscribers that I had before, which means most of you watching this probably came here from one of my data deep dive videos and have never watched me draft before. So today, tomorrow, and Monday, we all have to entertain ourselves without yet having access to Strixhaven. So what am I going to do? Today, in this video, I'm going to do a draft of this set right here. I'm not just saying this is actually one of the most beloved sets of all time. People who really love to draft swear by this set. But I've actually only drafted it twice, I believe, in paper with my friends who are draft enthusiasts who absolutely love this set. So I got crushed both times. So my plan is today and tomorrow, I'm going to see if I can figure out this new set. I think these will be really good videos if you want to watch someone put their own gems on the line and try to figure out a format basically from scratch. I really try to talk through my thought process and bring you along with me in every decision I'm making. So if I O3 today's draft, then hopefully we'll have some lessons learned for tomorrow's draft, and then you can kind of see the improvement process happen in real time. What I want to do on Monday, the last day before Strixhaven drops, is actually to analyze viewer submitted drafts. I have one draft that someone has submitted to me in our community Discord, where I'm going to go through it and I'm just going to make constructive, positively minded suggestions about what the person could have done differently, with the hopes that it's a learning experience and lessons that many different people in the community might be able to benefit from. So if you want to have your draft analyzed on a video, then go ahead and join our community Discord. It's free to join. There's a link in the description. Just drop a draft log of 17 lands or untapped into the Discord, and I will consider it to go over on stream. All right, let's start drafting some Neo. So to be clear, I'm going to have to read these cards. I might know some of them from different environments, but if you don't know this format, you are in very good company. What's this? It looks sweet. Unlimited Splash opens the 5-color payoff. Yeah, I'm going to try to do that. Okay, let's find out what it does. Let's find out what it does. Okay, O3 incoming. 1 and 1 of each color. Exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls. Often these 5-color payoffs are not really worth it. Exile target, like immediately exiling something, so it's already a 6-mana removal spell. Okay, return another non-land permanent to its owner's hand, then each opponent discards a card. Okay, all right. Exile it, then bring it back. It is all colors, flying, and trample. When it attacks, defending player chooses a non-land card in your graveyard. Bring it back to your hand. It gets plus X plus 0. X is a mana value. Okay, interesting. So I know this is not what I'm supposed to do technically, but look, my channel is called Unlimited Splash. I am going to try it out. I don't get to read anything else. I also don't recognize any of these cards. All right, the Kami War. We are starting with the sweetest thing we could possibly start with. Okay, Tranquil Cove. Well, you're a dual land and I have a 5-color card, so I want to invest in you, but let's see if something seems really good. Okay, 2 damage to any target and 1 damage to each. Yeah, 1 damage to each creature someone controls is typically not very good. As long as it's on a permanent or creature, you get it gets +1/+1 for each creature and or vehicle you control. Okay, so it's an aura, and then you can discard it to make 2 1/1s, which can crew things. Well, one card that makes 2 cards is typically pretty good. Okay, trample. This creature has hexproof as long as it's untapped. By the way, this process that I'm going through right now will be really relevant for Strixhaven, right? Because we're all about to evaluate some cards live. So, hopefully, whatever mistakes I make, probably you shouldn't actually start with the 5-color rare, but these will pay off in the next few days. Okay, Ear of Enlightenment, Scry 2. I really like this. I mean, I want to take the dual land, but this looks sweet. Scry 2, gain 2, then you flip it into a 2/2 first strike. Yeah, that sounds really good, doesn't it? I think that sounds really good. You play it, you immediately scry 2, gain 2 life, so it doesn't affect the board yet, but if you're a little behind, you just got something in return, and then it turns into a creature. I don't know, maybe it's too slow. Who knows? Okay. When it becomes crewed, another vehicle you control becomes... Okay, I know this is like a vehicles and crewing set. Crew 3 really scares me, though. That sounds hard. When a non-token artifact you control enters, you can pay 2. If you do make a token that's a copy of that artifact... Oh, that's sweet. 3/4 for 5 is a terrible stat line. 3/4 for 5 flying, but the ability sounds pretty sweet. Okay. Story Weave. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on something. 2 lore counters on a saga you control, so I could turbo my Kami War. That doesn't even sound good. The next time 1 or more enchantment creatures you control enter. Okay. I don't know how many enchantment creatures there are. I remember that doggy. There was like a dog in this set. I think that's an enchantment creature. You may attach this equipment to it. Destroy target artifact with mana value 3 or less. I don't know. Maybe like Network Disruptor is nutty. A 1/1 flying for 1. You know, I'm just going to take the 1/1 flying for 1. Hey, maybe we'll be like blue-white aggro or something. Okay. A 2/1 for 1. So, okay, Savannah Lions. This creature crews vehicles as though its power were much larger. Hey, well, maybe I just draft White Weenie. Maybe the Kami War is, you know, we're not married to our first pick, right? We're responsible drafters. I'm not forcing Kami War or anything. So maybe I'll go with Hot Shot Mechanic. Also, I'm about to lose some timer because my cat needs to be let into the room or he'll just keep screaming for the whole recording. Yeah, maybe I'm undervaluing these red cards. This thing just has a lot of text. Okay, when this artifact or another artifact enters, put a charge counter on it. Sacrifice this artifact, it deals damage equal to the number of... No, that sounds terrible. Maybe it's really good, but on first inspection to me, that sounds too slow to be good. Defender, 3/3 for 2 defenders are usually not very good. That's like a common, a frequent blue common that we see. Okay, I'm guessing this is not great. When a vehicle you control attacks, choose one. That vehicle gains first strike or untap this creature. Sounds kind of awkward. Tamio's Completion. I think I've seen this card before. So you enchant something, you tap it, and it loses all abilities and doesn't untap, but it would retain static abilities. Short Circuit. Yes, this is a well-known card. So enchant artifact or creature. If it's a permanent creature, it gets -3/-0 and loses flying. One of those removal spells that leaves the thing on the battlefield. Kind of feel like maybe blue and red is where it's at here. Exile target artifact or creature, then bring it back. Ooh, a blink spell. I love that. I don't know how to use it. I guess I could blink my Kami War. Let's see. +1/+0 on first strike. Return an artifact mana value 3 or less. Do I just invest in the blue spell? I kind of want this. It might be terrible, but I love blinking things. Blinking things for value. Oh, maybe I was overvaluing this. We're seeing it 6th pick. Oh, I mean, I still think it's pretty good, right? You play it, scry 2, you gain 2 life, then you flip it into a 2/2. Maybe it's too slow. It could just be too slow. I just like scrying. Is that so wrong of me? Scry 2 is like not that far from draw card. So like you imagine you like play something, draw card, then gain 2, then I don't know. That's just my style of Magic. Maybe it's wrong of me, but that's my style of Magic. Okay. So this is exiling an artifact or creature, then bring it back with a +1/+1 counter on it. I need to find a way to use that because I just picked it up on impulse purely off of vibes. Anchor to reality. Search your library for something. Doesn't seem good. Okay. All right. Okay. So we had a good read. Blue-white, we had a good read. That's because I'm an expert in Neo, as you can see. Drafted this format about 300 times or so. And so I had the perfect read on the table. And I knew that blue-white would be open with this, what's obviously a bomb, the Prodigy's prototype. Okay, so it's a 3/4 for 3. When one or more vehicles you control attack, make a 1/1 pilot. When one or more vehicles you control attack. So if you can play this and then immediately crew up a vehicle and attack, you get a 1/1 out of the deal. That doesn't sound too hard. I don't think I have any vehicles right now. But that doesn't sound too hard, does it? I'm not exactly an aggro. I know I said maybe I'll be an aggro deck, and then I picked up Ear of Enlightenment, which is clearly a very slow card, but okay. You know? Okay, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature or vehicle, untap it. Yeah, that's pretty weak for like the white combat trick. Return a permanent you control to its owner's hand. So there's got to be a lot of like dirtling and bouncing and flickering and scrying and stuff happening here. Gain control of a creature until end of turn. Oh, this is a good version of this effect. This actually looks good. This looks like a good version of this effect. Gain control of a creature, then you get to do a little mini overrun. Then you make it 3/3. I think that's good. I think I'm just going to take this. It just seems good to me if I'm going in a more aggressive direction. I did just get rewarded into blue-red, but those blue cards did not impress me, so I'm really not sure. Yeah, so this is a much more... It looks like blue-red is a much more defensive kind of a deck. So, I mean blue-white, sorry. So Golden Tail Disciple, 2/3 lifelink for 3. That's a very defensive stat line. Remember, we just saw Prideful Feastling in Lorwyn, which was not... It's a 2/3 for 3 in White-Black Hybrid, and it had Changeling and lifelink. So it's even better than this, actually. Well, enchantment creature is probably a relevant type. But anyways, this like performed... It not only performed badly, it was like very over-evaluated. That was a very over-drafted card in Lorwyn. People picked it earlier than they should have. So I'm not super enthusiastic about Golden Tail Disciple, but it is what it is. This is what we have. Here, I mean, Born to Drive. Doesn't this look good? I mean, not good, but like the fail-safe mechanism here The best case scenario is you're putting it on and it's like a Blanchwood armor or something. You're just giving something plus a bunch. The worst case scenario is you discard this at instant speed and I make 2 1/1s that can crew up my vehicle and like block somebody's thing down, right? Like I can discard this as an instant, crew up my Prodigy's prototype and block their 3/3 or something. That sounds pretty sweet. Mnemonic Sphere. Oh man, look at this. Look at this. Sacrifice this artifact, draw 2 cards, and you can cycle it for 1. That is too awesome, right? I'm reading that right? Yeah, that's what I want. That is what I want. I want like 12 of these. If I could run 12 of these, I would. Okay, so red is, I was right that maybe the other color that's open is red. But, okay, this is 1 tap, sacrifice this, it deals 3 damage. That seems really slow. Maybe I do just take it because I don't think I'm in red-based artifacts. And the thing is, like, the red cards just didn't super impress me. Other than the Shattered State 0, which I think is strong. I'm guessing. Purely a guess. Modified creatures you control can attack as though they didn't have defender. If I'm able to put a bunch of counters on something, when something attacks, tap a creature you don't control. Usually an okay effect, but a very aggressive effect, right? Oh, this card was in standard for a long time. Is it good? It's got to be good in limited, right? This has got to be good in limited. Especially in a slightly slower deck, which I seem to be in. So it enters with 3 charge counters. Oh yeah, by the way, the blue-white land did not wheel. That's like worth knowing. So it enters with 3 charge counters on it, 2 tap, remove a charge counter from it, draw a card. Then if there are no charge counters on it, make a treasure and a 1/1. So you get to just draw 3 cards over the course of a few turns. And it's sometimes a 4/4, especially if you have pilot tokens. And then on the last one, it makes it. Okay, so 1 time it makes a treasure and it makes a pilot. I knew this a long time ago because this card was in standard or something. I remember playing against it. I actually played with it. I played a deck that had it just online. So yeah, I remember this card. It's a very strong card, right? Teachings of the Kiran. Mill 3 cards, make a 1/1. Put a +1/+1 on target creature you control. So this is a 1/1 for 2 that puts cards in your graveyard. And then it grows into a 2/2 potentially. And then you exile this Saga and bring it back as a 1/1. Yeah, this card is clearly very good. It just makes a bunch of other 1/1s. I'm not like 100% locked in to blue-white, but I don't really want to just be pulled in random directions because I don't really know how good anything is. I love the art on this guy. That's beautiful. That's really nice. I highly doubt I'm supposed to take one of the colorless cards. So the question is, do I just take Dragonfly Suit, which Crew 1 is not so bad. Crew 1 is not so bad, but I do want to be careful about how many of these guys I'm playing. I just don't know if there's anything really good in my colors. So do I speculate on the green card? I don't think it's that good that I should just impulsively jump into green. Let's hope that I sent clear enough signals that we're going to get paid off. Okay, what is this? Okay, all right. I think I have to take this. Tap an artifact or creature. It doesn't untap. I don't know what it does, to be clear, but the Mythic Planeswalker is usually pretty good. Okay, so you can play it for 4. Tap up to 1 target artifact or creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Okay, tap something down and stun it. Exile target non-land permanent with mana value X from your graveyard. Oh, so this is like a graveyard synergy thing. Create a token that's a copy of it. And create Tamio's Notebook, a legendary colorless book artifact. Okay, but that's not really the relevant thing. The relevant thing is you play it and you stun something down. Then you make a copy of something, then you keep stunning things. That sounds really good. Probably the pros would be like, yeah, take Spirited Companion. Probably the pros would say I've gotten myself into a hopeless mess. But like, maybe you're actually supposed to just take Spirited Companion in this situation. But I don't know. I want to like try playing with Tamio. And it shouldn't be too hard to get 1 green pip. Shouldn't be too hard to get 1 green pip. Okay. Spell Pierce, typically not very good in limited. Befriending of the Moths. Target creature gets +1/+1 in flying for 4. This seems too slow. Target creature gets +1/+1 in flying. Then it happens again. Then you make a 2/4. Yeah. Am I getting cut? Did I not send good signals? Am I actually getting cut? I don't think I can give up on either. Look, I'm like so invested in blue and white specifically. I do not think that I can give up on either one of those colors. So I think I'll just take the creature. Very bad creature, though. I don't think this card can be good. It's not Spell Pierce. Maybe I'm actually just supposed to be in red. Maybe that's where I'm going wrong. Okay, so I'm way too full on 3 drops right now. I need to get something else. Hover bike. Yeah, I remember this card. Flash flying when it enters tap a creature. Ninjutsu. So you kind of cost 4. If I can grab myself some like of the 1/1, that 1/1 doggy that I unfortunately just passed. Tap an untapped creature you control. Right. So I can ninjutsu out hotshot mechanic, network disruptor, etc., etc. I don't know. Maybe I'll try this guy. He's probably not that great, but tap an untapped artifact you control, add 1, and then you super bounce something. Oh, that's probably good actually. But I don't know that the first ability is very relevant. I have like 0 interaction. I guess I'll just take this creature and treat it as a 4-drop because I'm hoping to ninjutsu it out. I really hope not to play these guardians. You are a vehicle. And planar incision, I don't know what I'm doing with that. I just thought it looked cool, so I took it basically. Oh, there's a shrines builder, and I forgot about that. Freaky art too. Okay. When it deals combat damage to a player, you may put an artifact card with mana value less than or equal to that damage from your hand onto the battlefield. So this seems good, but what about Iganjo? Discard it 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. Yeah, that's got to be the pick, right? Covert Technician kind of depends on you having artifacts lying around. This is a card that's just going to make your deck 100% of the time. It's just better than a Plains. And yeah, the channel ability is very relevant. Okay. 4 damage to target, like often an entire card will have that ability. Like you'll have a whole card that's just 2 mana. Keep Out was 2 mana, 4 damage to an attacking creature, basically. Okay, Repel the Vial. Not too into that. I think I'm going to take Uncharted Haven and try to set up my Tamiyo Splash. I would like to play this Tamiyo. I don't know if it's going to happen, but yeah, might as well. Okay, 2/2 for 2. This is what I'm looking for. This is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for cards that fill this gaping hole in my curve. I guess Ear of Enlightenment I can basically treat as a 2-drop, but it's not an aggressive 2-drop at all. So I'll go ahead and snap this up. All right. Oh, another Selfless Samurai. Well, I would like the Tranquil Cove. I would also like Moth Rider Patrol, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. This card's not bad either, I think. I mean, I would like the Tranquil Cove, but we cannot ignore the hole in our curve. This is a situation that must be addressed. I'm a little concerned. I mean, I really liked the Era of Enlightenment on spec. I remember this pack had like nothing for us, so I guess I'll take... I'm not going to play any of these cards. I guess I'll just take the white card to cut it. Yeah, the thing is, it's like so ultra slow. It's like a very kind of grindy card that it's a little at odds with what I think my deck is trying to do, which is to sort of beat down. Like Imperial Subduer and Selfless Samurai go in a different deck than Era of Enlightenment. Yeah, the auto picker's right. I don't think befriending the Moths can be good. I'm going to take Intercessor's Arrest. I'm going to take that one. Okay, well now I'll take befriending the Moths. In case it's clear, I've played this twice. I did not look at a lick of data before doing this because I really wanted it to be as relevant as possible. Happy to see a 2/2 for 2, even if it's not a great one. I really want it to be as relevant as possible for your experience at Strixhaven, where you're not going to have data on day 1, right? And you're not going to have, well, I mean, we have some drafts to watch, but very few, right? So I definitely think, I'm making a fool out of myself, I'm sure, to anyone who knows Neo, but hopefully to those of us who don't know Neo, it's nice content. Okay, to see how someone approaches a set where they're fairly certain that they're not going to get their gems back. We're just trying to learn. We're just trying to learn, folks. Okay, Restoration of Iganjo. Search your library for basic planes. The moment I saw that, I wanted this card. I don't know what else it does, but search your library for a planes. I'm already in. Not that that's a good effect for 3 mana, but I can just tell it's going in a good direction. You can discard a card, bring a permanent with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped, and then it turns into a 3/3 that when it attacks or blocks, make a 1/1. I mean, drawing lands and then getting value is all I want to do in Magic, essentially, so very happy to see that one here. Okay, so When We Were Young is if you control an artifact, they get lifelink. Okay, that's a not terrible version of this effect, but we often get like 2 creatures get +2/+2, or 1 gets +2/+2 and 1 gets +1/+1. We get that for like 2 mana. So I'm not super enthusiastic about the 4 mana version. Reminds me of Appeal to Erdu, which was really bad. Another Golden Tail Disciple, and I've said what I think about that guy. Wait, didn't I have one? Where did it go? Didn't I have one? I thought okay, oh, I misstored it. Got it. I kind of just want to take the Mnemonic Sphere here. 2 sacrifices artifact, draw 2 cards, and you can just cycle it. It just seems good. And like, for example, that's a card, if I discard it, I can bring it back with the Restoration of Iganjo. I can see why people like this set. This is pretty sweet. Okay. Oh, I think this card is like amazing. I remember this card being like one of the top cards in the format, or one of the top uncommons. I remember seeing it on lists of like mythic uncommons. I'm pretty sure. Okay, this card looks amazing though too. Look at the top 5 cards, exile one face down and put the rest on the bottom of your library. You can cast the exile card without paying its mana cost if it's an instant, otherwise you put it into your hand. It's not stock up, but it's a budget stock up. I mean, I would also like the Moon Circuit Hacker. Actually, no, I'm just taking Moon Circuit Hacker. I don't know which one, but basically, here's the reason why I took Moon Circuit Hacker. I don't know which one is better in a vacuum, but right now my deck does not really have a plan. I don't know if I'm aggro or what. I don't know how I'm winning games. My curve is not that great. I'm not that aggressive, but I also don't have an amazing top end. In fact, I have basically no top end. Currently, I can't even splash my Tamiyo. So where does that leave me? That means I need to think about, how am I actually going to win? What is my actual plan for winning? Unfortunately, I'm almost certainly not going to get to splash this Tamiyo, which means, I mean, I just need to take cards that can deal damage, cards with evasion, Imperial Subduer. Like, if I can turn this a little bit into a highly aggressive deck, if I can just slant this down towards a bunch of 2-drops and 3-drops that are capable of dealing damage, at least then I have a plan. Whereas if all I'm doing is dirtling with Mnemonic Spheres, which currently is the majority of my game plan, then I am just not going to win drafts realistically. Here, I don't want a 1-4 for 3. That's what you do if you're trying to build up to play the Kami War. But I don't really have that kind of payoff, so I'm going to take a 4-4 for 4 that you can sacrifice, that you can land cycle. That seems like a nice little release valve for that guy. And by the way, speaking of which, 3-4 for 5 flying, as bad as I think that is, you can win games with that. You can just deal lethal damage to your opponent 3 power at a time in the air. That's very doable. And I do have a Befriending of the Moths, which again, I don't think is a good card. And I might actually have to run it. I think we're not going to get to play Tamiyo, which is a little unfortunate. I was hoping that fixing would be a little bit more plentiful than it is, given that there is a 5-color payoff, but it was not to be. I don't really want to play Short Circuit if it can be avoided. And what else? Maybe, well, I think I will play the Golden Tail Disciple, even though I'm playing so many bad 3-drops now. Maybe I will cut some of my bad 3-drops. Okay, here I'm going to take, what does Regent's Authority do exactly? Yeah, +2/+2 for 1 white actually typically is not a bad thing to have. Okay, so we were correct in the blue-white lane. It's just that I don't really know what blue-white is supposed to be doing. I think maybe I don't play the Dragonfly suit. I'd probably rather play Imperial Subduer. I'll definitely go ahead and play the Prodigy's Prototype, though. I guess it is like blue-white vehicles. That kind of seems like what the game plan is here. I suppose I'll take this combat trick that I don't think is very good. You don't help me splash for Tamiyo, right? And you also don't. Yeah, I'll take this combat trick. If we'd opened more relevant dual lands, whoa, we're wheeling Discover the Impossible? Okay, maybe I'm just overrating this card. It looks good to me, though. You get the best card out of the top 5. And if it's an instant with Mana Value 2 or less, well, I don't really have that. Then you can play it, otherwise put it into your hand. You pay 3 to get the one best card out of the top 5. Okay, maybe it's just not good. I don't know. It looked good to me, but maybe it's just not. All right, I'll go ahead and take Light the Way. I will take this 1-4. Dang, I thought this card was good. Am I so off? This steal effect like that does really depend. Oh, I think I'll take this for crewing purposes now that I have some, because you can crew. Well, the thing is, I don't really have any crew one. Anyways, the steal effect does really vary from set to set, so I wouldn't be like it doesn't surprise me in a given set if it's great or if it's terrible. It's a really variable effect. Okay, I think I really do need to build this in a very aggressively slanted way. So let's see what I can do along those lines. All right, I don't know. I'm going with this. I don't know. I don't feel that this went well, but you know what? I have some early drops. I have some vehicles. I have a bunch of card selection. So, I don't know. If I recover my gems, I'll be very, very pleased. If you do like getting better at limited with a positive improver's mindset, then do go ahead and make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. I do post a new draft video every single day. I also do, as many of you probably have seen more than my drafts, I love to do these data deep dive videos when a new set comes out, but also when we are playing and prepping for the Arena Direct. Here I will mulligan this hand. I don't think that this is really keepable. Yeah, very concerned to be playing against a highly ranked Mythic drafter at my current skill level of this format. But you know what? We'll learn something. This will be a nice learning experience for us. But But yeah, there's going to be an arena direct. I think they said there will be 3 arena directs for the new format, Secrets of Strixhaven. Oh, this is, I think, like the best common or the best uncommon in the format or something. I definitely remember seeing this on lists of like uncommons that have been the absolute best in their format. So we are starting out at a pretty tough spot. But anyways, I'll be doing data deep dives. First of all, like just some kind of state of the format stuff, like, you know, how are things playing out in the data? I'll do that in the first few weeks of Secrets of Strixhaven. And then certainly the day before the Arena Direct, I will do a deep dive on what's different from sealed versus draft. We usually have like kind of sketchy data on sealed that early in the format, so it takes some it takes some interpretation. You want to be really careful about the conclusions you draw from those samples. And so I put in the work so that you don't have to. And it's helped me a lot to win these events. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and attack with Selfless Samurai. Oh, is it going to get killed? I mean, maybe I'll get lifelink and get to deal damage, but we'll see. No ninjutsu. All right, I don't hate that. And then I'm just going to... So the thing is, I don't have a permanent card with mana value 2 or less. So I kind of expected this to die right now, and then I would Restoration of Iganjo. I'd rather get value for that. So maybe at the end of their turn, I'll channel this card in. That kind of sounds correct. Let's see what they've got for me. Okay, they actually didn't do anything on their turn 3. Okay, they were mana screwed. All right, I see. Yeah, Iganjo is like such a good card because you're just going to play it no matter what. Okay, down comes a Golden Tail Disciple. End of your turn. I'll just make 2 pilots. I can sacrifice this to make my pilots indestructible. That does not sound relevant to me. All right, I'll go ahead and play an island and play a Reckoner Bank Buster. So if they manage to kill the Bank Buster, then Restoration of Iganjo can bring it back with its charge counters reset. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. I gotta say, I don't hate that. Intercessor's Arrest. So its activated abilities can't be activated. That's so annoying because then I cannot bring it back with Restoration of Iganjo. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's very annoying. And it just draws me a land. Well, that sucks. That really sucks. So if they attack, I'll now block with Selfless Samurai. It's not doing much work for me. And I want to have something to bring back with Restoration. Ugh, Intercessor's Arrest is such an annoying answer to Reckoner Bankbuster. Well, still, at least the Reckoner Bankbuster got its value back. Yeah. Okay, I think I want to play my Moon Circuit Hacker. It would require me... Oh, what? Okay, yeah. I can enchant the Intercessor's Arrest, but it has no effect. That's so funny. The problem is it would almost certainly require me to bounce a token or sacrifice a token one way or another. Yeah, let's do it. I don't think I care that much about these tokens. Oh, this format's pretty sweet. But do I want to spend my Intercessor's Arrest here for real? I don't think so. I kind of do. I think this is a game of incremental value. So I'm just going to go ahead and lock that guy down. Play a land. Go ahead and attack with everything. They'll block a 1/1. And then I'll bounce my Selfless Samurai. And I get to draw a card. I do choose to draw a card, thank you. Ooh, another land. Youch. Maybe I should be on 16 lands. My deck is pretty aggressive. But I was happy to have the 4 mana to activate the Bank Buster. Touch the Spirit Realm is the Oblivion Ring, right? Oh, yeah, that's annoying. Nothing that they do ever puts anything in my graveyard. I guess I can discard the mana value 2 creature, but I'm now getting pretty flooded. Which is unfortunate. Well, okay, I'll still trade off Selfless Samurai. Yeah, maybe I should be on 16. I'm probably toast now. Because I spent my removal spell. All right, well, I'll trade here. Yeah, and it gets exiled. At least I got rid of their exile thing. Why don't I play this double block and then try to bring it back with Restoration of Iganjo? Bringing back the hotshot mechanic is not the most exciting thing ever, but I feel like I need every little bit of value that I can get here. If they have +1/+0 and first strike or something, I mean, I'm just so dead if I don't do anything anyways that I think it's just, I just have to commit basically. Touch the Spirit Realm on that to kill. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Wow, they have so much exile and, you know, pacifism kind of stuff going on. Like, so much. Most sets do not have that. All right, so I'll go ahead and Restoration. Get one of my few remaining lands. Yeah, if I could draw like Mnemonic Spheres or something, I would have something to do with all this mana. All right, go ahead and drop Imperial Subduer. Play the Plains because I know about it anyways. And then I'm definitely going to block the Captain. We'll see what they've got in their remaining cards. Hopefully not a combat trick. +3/+1 in Trample. Okay, yeah. Well, we were never winning this game. If I had managed to draw more non-lands, very possibly, but the opponent also got tripped on mana. I guess if I mean, I tried to offer trades with their 2/2 to get it off the board to unlock my graveyard thing. Let's go down one land. We were super flooded, but it just didn't work. And then like they didn't accept the trade, I guess wisely. I guess I'll play a combat trick. Combat trick seemed good for them. Yeah, and they had so many Oblivion Ring and pacifism things going on. I guess that's the thing about this set. Maybe there's just a billion of those running around. All right, happy to keep this hand. Looks good to me. 1-drop into a sort of a 2-drop. And then this will let us scry into our 3-drop. Yeah, I still think this card is good. I could well be proven otherwise, but I still think it's good. I want to land. Well, neither of you are lands, so you both have to go to the bottom, I guess, in this order. All right. Well, good thing we scried too, right? See, Era of Enlightenment may have saved us a lot of pain. Well, it definitely saved us a lot of pain. We'll see if we get a land out of that. Okay, so I would want to discard a mana value 2 permanent in case I get that thing that can bring things back, but I think this time it's either Born to Drive or the Subduer. Maybe pitch Born to Drive. Maybe Born to Drive is just not that good. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is going to be a quick draft. I mean, I don't know the set, and having mana problems is like a tough combination. Yeah, I mean, getting stuck on 2 when you scry 2 feels extra bad. All right. Okay, all right. At least we found a land here. So you can crew this guy. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop this thing. And no attacks. So when a samurai or warrior, you tap a creature, but I don't have any of those. And also tapping a creature is like they could just crew in response. Network Terminal. Oh, I love this card. Add 1 mana of any color. Tap an untapped artifact you control, draw a card, and discard a card. All right. So I think I kind of want to play this first before combat. Then I'm going to crew up the Prodigy's prototype. The reason I did it that way is because this guy can sacrifice to save it if I want to. Then I could just attack with everything, but that would be offering a trade with the 4/3. I would rather just kill the 4/3. All right, so you crew that up. Go to blockers. You block, and then I don't know what they have. They could have a lot for 1 black, but I'm just going to commit the combat trick here. Oh yeah, they have 1 and a black actually. I actually forgot about that. They probably could have like quite a lot. But I can also give it indestructible. So that's why I played the Selfless Samurai first. So if they have like destroy target creature or whatever, I can at least make my thing not die. All right, and we get it. All right. So they pitched a runaway trash bot, another artifact creature. Make 3 2/2s and scry 3. Okay. All right. All right then. I can't really attack to this stuff. Can I? I guess I can attack with my 2 2/2s, right? But then they've just gone essentially like 3 for 1 because scry 3 is at least worth draw card. You're putting 3 on top. Oh, I'm so toast. I'm so toast. Okay, land is whatever. I really wish that I could get... I really wish I had some flying, some evasion would be really nice in my deck. Make a 1/1 pilot that can crew things up. Well, I could attack with a first striker and ask them to double block, right? So I'll go to attacks. I'll attack, I guess, just with the first striker. Maybe I'll attack with both. They kind of have to double block the first striker. So I could sacrifice to save the first striker here. What's the net effect of that? I would lose myself a samurai. They would keep their 2/2. I keep Hand of Enlightenment. Oh, let's just go to damage. No, I mean, this card was really good. Really good for them. They got a 3 for 1 pretty much. So we're way behind here now. All right. Yeah, Network Terminal is going to do so much work as well, but we know that every card on top of their deck is good. Yeah, I think I just got put in a lane by more knowledgeable players that was like, you have another one. Okay. That was like not where anyone wants to be. Probably was overvaluing Ear of Enlightenment, and then I just ended up like following the signpost uncommon, which probably is not actually that good. It's pretty hard to imagine how I win from here. It's hard to imagine, right? Because I just don't have, like, I guess I have like a flyer, a 3/4 flyer, but it's like, how would I ever push damage? They just put 12 power and toughness on the battlefield. So yeah, I don't know. Even with card advantage, it's hard to see how that goes in a good direction because all of my cards are pretty low impact because I kind of got stuck between an aggro deck and, I don't know, vehicle synergy. I guess if I can draw like Reckoner Bankbuster. Okay, I guess this is kind of good because now I can play this and bring back Mnemonic Sphere. And I can make my 4/4. Could be worse. They're not in a position where they're attacking me yet, but I assume it's only a matter of time. All they need to do is play like one large creature or one flyer or something that buffs their stuff. Maybe that moth card is actually good. Maybe flying is actually good. Maybe I should just be playing that card. Yeah, it looks like they have spot removal here. Okay. Well, there's a lot of exiling in this set, isn't there? I love the art on this card, by the way. This is a cube classic. See this card in Vintage Cube. Okay. By the way, I remember this card was like one of the best commons in its format in any recent set. All right, attacking with 4 cards. I think I'll just block with my 2/3, maybe block with the 2/1 and take the rest. See what you've got. Could be everything gets +1/+1 or something, but I don't know what's in the set, so 4 damage to a blocking creature. Okay, sure. So I take 4. Well, hey, that didn't hit my 4/4. Ooh, another Mnemonic Sphere. So I think I want to stabilize, see if I can possibly stabilize in terms of power and toughness. I think we've run out of the cards that they put on top, so hey, maybe they'll start whiffing. But I'm just assuming that they have a removal spell. It's overwhelmingly likely. Out of 3 cards in the black-white deck, which seems to be like massively a removal-heavy color pair. Oh, wow. I think my whole Restoration of Iganjo Mnemonic Sphere synergy is cool, but it's like really slow. I built a half aggro, half control deck, which is never a good plan. I tried pack 3 to kind of reorient and make things a little bit more consistently aggro, but too little too late. All right, of course they have the removal as predicted. They attack with everything, block, block. Can't just be taking 1,000,000 damage every turn. They have some combat trick perhaps. Okay, they don't. All right. And now you have the 4/4. The trash bot is a 4/4. Very nice. I would not have thought that this card is particularly good, but clearly it is like a highly synergistic card. That's pretty cool. All right. I only wish this were a sewer valence cam. All right, I'll go ahead and play this, play this, play this. And now we're just trying to draw 1,000 cards, but they're dealing 8 damage to me. I'm on a 2-turn clock. Yeah, it's over. It's over. I guess I can bring back a creature instead of bringing back the mnemonic sphere. I could bring back like the samurai, I guess, as a first striking blocker. All right, goodbye. No. There's no getting around that. All right, okay, 0-2, a predictable start given the tough draft that we had. But hey, maybe we can still win some games. Is there anyone in this queue who has not played this set a lot is the question. Okay, I'm gonna try befriending the moths over my random combat trick. It seems like flying could be important for my bad deck. I'm gonna cut the Imperial Subduers. As predicted, these cards do basically nothing. Play a 2/2. Maybe play Repel the Vial, I guess. I don't know. All right, see if this does anything different. All right, folks, can the underdog, who has no idea what's going on in the set, win a game with 0 creatures in their opening hand? I mean, I'm actually going to keep it. Well, this is the ultimate test of Born to Drive. Might as well keep Eiganjo in case I draw like 5 lands in a row. The ultimate test of Born to Drive, right? Because what I want to do now is play Prodigy Sphere, then cycle the Born to Drive on their turn. Commune with spirits. Commune with spirits. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right, getting a forest. Unfortunately, don't have much to do, but the mnemonic sphere is definitely not nothing, and it's something that I can bring back with Restoration of Eiganjo later, so it's kind of cool. Okay, so they got a forest. Are they mono green? Because they just took a land. Yeah, maybe they're mana screwed. Maybe they kept a hand with only green. Oh, maybe they're just mono green, actually. Yeah, I was thinking maybe they kept a land with only green on the theory that this would draw them their other color. And then they only saw forest. But actually, I don't know. Maybe mono green is just a thing in this format. I don't remember if that's true or not. Or they're green something rampant. Okay, so they drew their red. All right. Yeah, by now they had seen like 12 non-mountain cards or something, so. All right, Heir of the Ancient Fang. So this is just an enters ability that they didn't activate. Okay, so I'm going to do my Born to Drive trick that I thought would be cool, and we'll see if it actually is good. Basically, I'm hoping they attack with everything, and then I'm going to cycle Born to Drive, and then I'm going to crew up my Prodigy's prototype with the pilots and block their Heir to the Ancient Fang. Chances are in green-red, they have a combat trick or a burn spell to punish me for that. But I think it's worth it for the surprise factor. They're holding back their mana dork, presumably to like make something happen. All right, so I'll crew this up, presumably to play something. Go to blockers, let's block, and I don't know, do you have a combat trick? Let's see. No, all right, so hey, Born to Drive did exactly what I was hoping it would do. That was what I dreamed up for this card. And then if I can sacrifice the Mnemonic Sphere, I can bring it back with Restoration of Eiganjo. So that's my plan for next turn. We'll see if I get to attack with Prodigy's prototype. You exile the top card until the end of your turn. You can play it until the end of this turn. Okay, all right. Wow, that's a scary one. Maybe I should have taken this card when I saw it. Maybe I should have pivoted green. That's probably what I was actually supposed to do at my table. I think I should have just gone all in on Kami War. It was a huge mistake to try to draft a more responsible deck. At least with the Kami War, it would be a fun 0-3. I mean, this is fun, but like, you know, it would be like a memorable way to go 0-3. All right, down comes Bamboo Grove Archer. Okay, yeah, Defender and Reach. So if I'm attacking with Prodigy's prototype, they can double block and kill it. Okay, Coiling Stalker. Well, now they probably won't double block. So what does this do? When it deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. Well, that's good. That is a good card. Okay, so I want to crew up my Prodigy's Prototype and attack. Network Disruptor seems bad. I kind of thought it would be bad, but I think it is bad. I thought it would be bad, and then I took it, and then I put it in my deck, and then I think it's bad. But I don't know. There's probably like some like bonkers ninjutsu deck with a bunch of artifact entry synergies or whatever. Oh, they are going to double block. Okay, sure. I don't hate that. I don't hate getting rid of their reach creature, actually. I think that's pretty good. My thing is a 1/1 generator, but it's a pretty awkward 1/1 generator. I wonder... Oh, I could have like pitched Iganjo there, but I think that's not worth it. Yeah, I wonder if... I wonder if the blue-white signpost is just not good, or if I'm not using it right. Like, maybe I just didn't find the things I'm supposed to. So I have 2 blockers for Coiling Stalker, which I think is nice. They didn't find a moment to ninjutsu it. Yeah, probably this card is a good enabler in a deck that has things that I don't have. But I have been really wanting flying. Okay, so you can play the top card. You get a land. Yeah, probably what you were hoping to see, I'm guessing. You get this scary looking samurai token. All right, so end of your turn, I need to destroy my mnemonic sphere so that I can bring it back. And then we're just rolling. That's all I want to do. That's what I built my deck to do. And this thing does have vigilance and makes a spirit. Okay. All right, pitch this guy, draw 2, draw a card, discard. Is it the land or is it just like Network Disruptor maybe? Probably not Network Disruptor. Maybe Hot Shot Mechanic. Yeah, I probably want the land. I probably just really want the land, actually. And then I'll bring back Mnemonic Sphere. This is so awesome. This is how I like playing Magic. All right, go ahead and drop Era of Enlightenment. And I'll put the Prodigy's Prototype on top. That seems perfectly fine. Play a land. My mana is actually a little awkward. And then you're going to turn into a 3/4 on my turn. Okay, so do I put down another Mnemonic Sphere? No, I'm going to hold up popping my Mnemonic Sphere and repel the Vial. If they play some giant chunky thing that needs to go away, I'll repel the Vial. Otherwise, I'm popping Mnemonic Sphere on their turn. I mean, they could have 3 massive green statsy creatures in their hand, you know? That's very much within the realm of possibility. Yep, that's a green statsy creature, all right. So it's a giant trampler. I think it's worth just firing off Repel the Vial, honestly. Here, I'll probably double block. I don't really care about my pilots, and I just need 1 blocker for Coiling Stalker. So I think it's worth double blocking. You don't have first strike or anything, yeah. All right, end of turn, I'll just get rid of that 6/5. I think this was a good thing to put into my deck. I don't know, maybe they have a bigger bomb, but I feel like that's bomb enough for me to want to get rid of it. And now actually I have the stats advantage. So probably I play Prodigy's Prototype first. Actually, I think I pop this Mnemonic Sphere first before I do anything else. See what we get. Another Ear of Enlightenment is not bad at all, so I'll go ahead and play that. Okay, I am really liking the Ear of Enlightenments. If I were the opponent, I would be feeling pretty behind after that. So yeah, I actually like both of these draws, I think. But I'll do it in the opposite order. Go ahead and play a land, and then play a Prodigy's Prototype. Sorry, yeah. Okay, good. Yep, everything here makes sense. I'm not going to attack, because I want to block with my 1/1 specifically. I want my Architect... Oh, actually, it makes it 1/1 when it blocks. Okay, so I actually don't mind blocking with this thing either. I was going to say I want to save it for attacking, but if it makes a 1/1 when it blocks... Okay, return a permanent from your graveyard to your hand. Wow. Okay, so maybe that was... maybe I was too fast to fire off Repel the Vial on a random 6/5. But hopefully we can stop this from dealing damage to me. I have a pretty good amount of stats on the board. All right, go to my turn. All right. It does not have trample. Okay, yeah. For some reason, I thought in my mind that it would have trample, but it does not. Okay, so I think I'll play... So I just need chump blockers, basically. Oh, so I can copy my Mnemonic Sphere? Okay, I can see why people like this set. That's pretty awesome. I'm clearly a complete noob at it, but I can see why people like this. This is pretty sweet. I could have saved Network Disruptor, but I don't think a copy of Network Disruptor is that ultra relevant. So I'll crew this up with the pilot, because I'm about to make a pilot anyways. And then attack. That guy's summoning sick. Yep. And they can't kill anything with blocks as far as, you know, not with anything that's face up. All right, I have a pretty good board now. Mainly, I just want a Replication Specialist Mnemonic Sphere all day, every day. That's my main aspiration here. And then if they attack me with a Springleaf Avenger, I don't know if there's trample tricks or whatever. It's not the worst thing in the world if they get one permanent back, though. So I'm not too terrified of that. I think Selfless Samurai is pretty good because it can protect some of my stuff. So I think I'm happy to be drawing that. Oh, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, one of the most broken cards in any ever printed in Limited ever. Like, this was pack one, pick one, like the best card you could get in the Arena Cube, not the Vintage Cube, but when they had this like Arena Cube thing, this was like the top winning card for a good while. Just an amazing, amazing card. Completely out of control and ridiculous. So I think I just have to win with flying ASAP, pretty much. They can't really attack with Springleaf Avenger. They can make a million Springleaf Avenger copies, though, which is a little awkward for me. I do have a first striker holding back their 2/2s, hopefully. And a 3/4 that's very happy to block. And so many chump blockers for Springleaf Avenger, it's not even funny. Hopefully Prodigy Sphere will let me bring some... let me draw some good cards after I copy it. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. If they attack with the Springleaf Avenger, then I'm actually scared. Because it really looks like they need that on defense. This thing generates a chump blocker every turn if it gets to attack. I just hope they don't play anything with reach, because that's like the only way I'm winning. What is this? Oh, man. Okay, it's just a bite spell. X equals 1. Okay. All right. Killing the Archangel. Okay. Sure. But it wasn't going to be able to attack anyways. They do get to refill their hand and then start making infinite Springleaf Avengers. It's a bit of an issue for me. All right, so I bring this back transformed. Unfortunately, I cannot copy the Mnemonic Sphere and play it in the same turn. Just on general principles, I think I should do this before combat. My Replication Specialist cannot die in combat as far as I know because they're tapped out and they have no reach creatures, but still on general principles, good idea to just fire that off first. In with both. Bonk, bonk. And then I'll go ahead and play this. Even if they have a board wipe, I'm going to want to be able to sack it to protect something else. So, all right, double Mnemonic Sphere in play. I like that. Just to fill my hand up with 5 cards. Yeah, I don't hate that. I still have my Pacifism, for example, which would be really good against the Fable. Oh, they don't want to discard either card. Wow. Okay, that's scary. That's really scary, actually. So modified creatures you control have haste. Remove a counter, put a counter on a creature you control, but they don't get trample. They do not get trample. That seems important. All right, then. This treasure is for something, but I'll block. I don't think Prodigy's Prototype is going to do too much work, so it might as well block the 3/3. They wanted that treasure for something. No, they didn't? Okay, then I don't really understand. All right, let's pop the non-token. Island is not a terrible draw. It might mean I can play some things. Those were terrible draws, though. Okay, I'll pop the other one. Sure. A Dragonfly Suit, not the worst, actually. That is not the worst. So I'll go ahead and play... When a vehicle you control attacks alone, you can give it first strike. That's not relevant. Double strike would be, but not first strike. Okay, so well, in with these two. Play the Dragonfly Suit, and now I actually do have you on a 2-turn clock. Oh, I didn't think about how I could copy that. I just didn't think about it being an artifact. Okay, yeah, well, you know, I spend my gems so you don't have to. Learning the set for the first time. Copying it would have been really important, because then if they can kill Replication Specialists, I would still be threatening lethal. So, yeah, no, that was bad. That was bad. It just did not think about copying it, period. I didn't think about how it's a vehicle and therefore an artifact. I mostly was thinking of it as just like a creature, to be honest. I mean, I knew intellectually it was a vehicle, but Okay, you do not have reach. So hopefully we didn't lose because of that misplay by me. So they do have the... Yeah, okay. You can create a copy. It does have trample. Hexproof, haste, and trample. It has hexproof as long as it's untapped. Well, okay, well, I'll just take 8 then. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Oh, that's cool. All right. Go to my turn. Crew this guy up. Go to attacks. Attack, attack. Make a 1/1 and lethal. All right. Hey, we won a game, at least. At least I won one game, and no one can take that away from me. Maybe I should play Discover the Impossible. Yeah, I mean, it's a clear diagnosis that my deck is too kind of bottom heavy on cards that are like not very high impact, but you know, just don't win the game on their own. Maybe I shift one Kitsune Ace to Moonfolk Puzzle Maker. Yeah, I mean, something like that. Something like that, just some more card selection. All right. I mean, you know what? I'm happy enough with one win. I strongly thought I might go 0-3. Obviously, I don't even know like what the cards do in this format. So, you know, it's all fun Magic cards. Okay. Yeah, this actually looks like a hand that a good deck would have, in my view. This actually looks like a hand that could be in a good deck. All right, so I'm definitely going to go... Do you want to be bouncing Era of Enlightenment, or is that bad? I guess it's really context dependent. Kind of want to start with the Era. Nah, let's start by just putting some stats on the board. And then maybe I do bounce the Selfless Samurai. So like play the Era to pick what my next job will be. And then Ninjutsu and Moon Circuit Hacker. Okay, this can't block. All right, yeah. I was going to say, unless they play a blocker. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of doing it like this. Bouncing my guy rather than playing the Golden Tail Disciple. Kind of like the idea of just scry 2, draw a card. Okay, I'm going to put both of those on the bottom. I think that's... Neither of those is what we are looking for. Yeah, neither of those is what we're looking for. I'm looking for high impact cards. I know I don't have that many in my deck, but that's what I'm looking for. All right, now technically this guy can't attack through the Inkrise Infiltrator, but I think it's worth it to just draw a card and make it awkward for them to attack. So I will go ahead and draw a card. Thank you. Oh, Reckoner Bankbuster. Yeah, you're a reason that I'm in the vehicles deck. Happy to see you show up. Old friend of mine. Okay, what do? You look strong. When you activate a ninjutsu ability, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Every time you ninjutsu, every card in your hand has ninjutsu, and every time you ninjutsu, you get to draw the best card out of the top 3. Okay, I can see this game slipping away from me. So they also have a flyer. So they can definitely ninjutsu. Yep. No, that's... Yeah. No, that's... Yeah, that's going to be hard to beat. I guess I am too low on removal. Like I did not end up with enough removal. But I don't think I saw that much. So now you ninjutsu something, get the card back, get a creature in, get whatever enters effect, and also get the best card. No, you're not ninjutsuing anything. Okay, that gives me hope. Yeah, that gives me some hope. Oh, you have something at instant speed that you want to do, perhaps. Okay, so I think I just play maybe Dragonfly Suit as a blocker, and then I'm going to activate the Bankbuster on their turn. I'm wondering if they have like a counter spell or something. Quite surprised that they did not ninjutsu. I'm not really sure how to interpret that. Maybe they don't have any creatures in their hand. That might be what that means. Maybe there's just no creatures in their hand. Interesting. Okay. All right. All right. Oh, I'll definitely... Oh, okay. So, all right. This, if you pump it, you can't ninjutsu, but you'll kill my guy because it'll be a 3/4, and I would be blocking with a 3/2. So I don't have a blocker after all. Oh, my bad. Okay. All right. Well, hey, they still don't seem to have a ninjutsu play to make. Maybe Satoru is amazing, but just not super well supported in their deck. So next turn, rather than drawing with the Bankbuster, I think I might just start attacking with it. Crew 3 is kind of a lot, but loses one and you gain one, and then you flip it into a 2/2. Oh, yeah, this card was so good, wasn't it? I think this card was so good. Maybe all the sagas were just amazing, which would kind of make sense. I think that card's really good. Okay, I'm gonna, no, not crew. I'm gonna draw a card. Go ahead and draw a card. See what we get off of that. All right, get a planes. Sure, and a network disruptor. Can I just crash in for 1 million? What if I just played network disruptor, crew everything up and attack? That's what I want to do. I mean, I could play network disruptor, crew up the dragonfly suit with the network disruptor. Oh, you have a counterspell? Okay. This would be an interesting card to counter, but okay. I guess they just specifically wanted to essence capture onto their Satoru. Maybe there's a deal forward to something that I'm not aware of in my colors. I don't know. Okay, so I'll go ahead and crew this up with, I guess, Selfless Samurai probably. They're going to drain me for one again. Next, in with the Dragonfly suit. Because it's not blocking. I just have to pray that they don't draw a creature. Well, Satoru did not go off the way that I was afraid of. Like, I got many chances to deal with it or do my own good stuff, so can't complain too much about Satoru. This card's a really good blocker, though, right? This can be a 3/4 on blocks. That's, like, super relevant. Really hard for me to attack now. Essence Capture is so good. This card is just so good. Maybe blue was cut. Maybe I just shouldn't have been blue. I don't know. I was getting all these mnemonic spheres. They seem good. They seem good, right? I think blue-white was open. I probably just have my card evaluation like skewed and I was supposed to take different cards within blue-white or something. It gets as long as it's a creature, it gets -1/-1 and can't block. So I could crew up right now, but I can still crew up after. So, okay. Can't block and I lose 1 life. So, but I can just be attacking with it. I can just be attacking with it and gaining the life back every turn. Huh, that seems good. All right, end of turn, activate the Reckoner. Reckoner Bankbuster is like the only reason I have any hope in this game. The goodness of Reckoner Bankbuster. Ooh, that's a good one, yeah. Oh, I can ninjutsu the Golden Tail Disciple back. That's kind of cool. Or they block Golden Tail Disciple, in which case I'm perfectly happy. So I play a land. I kind of want to activate the Bankbuster this turn. So I think I'll do the same exact thing. Crew this up with the Samurai. I wouldn't mind attacking with a Samurai or Warrior alone, but I don't have that. Go to attackers. Maybe I was supposed to pay more attention to creature type. Oh, I can't attack with the Dragonfly suit. That's funny. I can, but I would have to sack myself a Samurai. I actually didn't notice that they kept 4 mana back. My bad. All right, well, let's see if they block this. I'm guessing that they don't. Interesting. Okay, well, then I guess this was just a slow destroy target creature. Okay, well, I think that's okay. I don't get to ninjutsu in my guy, but it's really awkward for them to have to hold back Inkrise Infiltrator, and now I can draw 3 cards and make a 1/1. Draw 3, make a 1/1's pretty good. Yeah, silly of me to crew up the Dragonfly suit, but hopefully that doesn't matter. So this thing has Menace and gives your vehicles Menace. Well, it could matter, actually. We'll see if they just like attack with multiple creatures here. I'm guessing this is finally the ninjutsu play. My complete inability to deal with Satoru has been so pathetic. Like, I could have been just attacking with everything for so many turns. Oh, Virus Beetle. Okay, well, in response, crack this. Oh, sorry, I should let you, I should let you make your Satoru decision first. Dang, if I could just get something to deal with Satoru. Well, you know what? I can bounce my Dragonfly suit and at least get this Double Striker in, although I don't think that's that great. Okay, Virus Beetle is going to deal 1 damage to me. I'll pitch the planes. Technically, I should have activated the Bankbuster first, but I assume that's not a big deal. All right. Oh, they get to recast this. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, them finding a land and recasting it. But, you know, I mean, it's not like that was unlikely, just a little hard for me. And I draw land, not at all good for me. Okay. Yes, that's exactly what I was hoping to see. That's exactly what I was hoping to see. Okay, so I can crew up the Dragonfly suit. I'll do it again with Selfless Samurai, probably. Okay, so basically crew up the samurai suit and get in for 4. That's one plan. But really, I want removal. So I think let's just start with Mnemonic Sphere, pop the Mnemonic Sphere, see what we can find. Maybe I can find the exile creature. I think that's with toughness 4 or more. I'm not sure. Ugh, okay. Oh, my deck is just bad. Like, not having any way of interacting with Satoru, and I've looked at more than half my deck. That's just not how Limited is supposed to be played. I will fully admit to that. Well, Dragonfly Suit is not doing anything on defense, so let's go ahead and drop a land, play the Prodigy's prototype, I think. I kind of really want to play Restoration of Iganjo to just turbo my way to removal. Yeah, I think that's better. Better than getting the extra 1/1. So I will crew this up with probably Moon Circuit Hacker. In with the Dragonfly Suit. I mean, getting them low actually has real uses. Because I eventually can play my Double Striker. Okay, and then I play the Restoration. Go ahead and fetch a Plains. The idea is I really do want to bring back my Mnemonic Spheres. Because I really want to get... I mean, Befriending them also be good. Oh, Power 4 greater. So this can't even kill Satoru. And this is only activated abilities, attacking, blocking, and crewing. I literally have no way in my deck of killing Satoru. That's so pathetic. All right. Okay. My bad. Okay, so I just have to race them, essentially. It's the only way. It is the only way. Race them in the air. Creatures you don't control get -0, -2 until your next turn. Then you get to draw 2. What is this? Then you get a flying, trampling monster. Yeah, no, I'm toast. It's GG. We put up a good fight, but very hard to see how I can possibly get out of this one. Very hard to imagine. Is this until your next turn? Oh my goodness. Oh, I could have crewed this in response, perhaps. And been able to block, but I wouldn't really have been able to block. Oh, I could have blocked Satoru. Okay, no, so I made a mistake there. Okay, now do I just want to chump something? I don't want to go too low, do I? Okay, I see what I can do. I can attack with a bunch of creatures, bring in the Blizzard Bane, and then bring in the Moon Circuit Hacker. I think that could be good. So I'll just take this damage. Go to my turn. I'll discard the Plains to go and get Mnemonic Sphere. It's got to be Mnemonic Sphere. I think I do play the Hotshot mechanic for crewing purposes. Play Prodigy's prototype for 1/1 generator purposes. And then here's how this is going to work. I'm going to crew up the Bank Buster. So I can crew this for... I can't quite crew that. Yeah, so I can crew up the Dragonfly Suit with the Pilot. But I cannot crew the Reckoner Bank Buster unless I do it with both of these two. Is that worth doing? Hold on, this thing can crew the... Oh, no, I'm sorry. I forgot that that also has an ability. Okay. All right. Hey, the crewing deck is kind of working. My deck is actually playing as it should. I'm trying to crew this one with this, which cruises out head power 1. Okay, this is pretty sweet, right? This is pretty sweet. I guess I don't necessarily want to have to sack my treasure, so I'll play this. Next, attack, 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 attack. I guess Virus Beetle could block the Moon Circuit Hacker, so I shouldn't do that. Yeah, it's like this. The thing is, if Virus Beetle blocks a Moon Circuit Hacker, I can't ninjutsu it out. Darn, I wanted to bring Moon Circuit Hacker back to my hand. But the Virus Beetle is just going to block Moon Circuit Hacker. Okay, well, I'll do it like this. Make a 1/1. Maybe I am playing an aggro deck. All right, then I'm going to Kitsune out. I guess Scrying 2 is pretty good here. All right, go to damage. Bonk. 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 Put you to 7. Go ahead and scry. I don't know if I would rather have the 2/2. Very possibly that was the wrong move. It's very possible that was the wrong move. I kind of like the idea of giving something indestructible, though. I don't Well, I could have recast it, so that doesn't really make sense. When it becomes tapped scry 1, is that good? It kind of seems good. Yeah, it can block the Inkrise Infiltrator. It can block Vision of the Unspeakable. This thing's going to flip pretty soon, though, so do I just want to go for, like, a pacifism effect? Or, yeah, I think I put both on the bottom. I think I put both on the bottom. Scry is probably a little bit too slow for this situation. And it's not like I'm in I must chump block mode right now. I wish I could have bounced Moon Circuit Hacker, but that Virus Beetle was really annoying. Destroy target creature. Yeah, no. No. I don't think so. I don't think so. And end turn. Okay. 1 or fewer cards in hand, draw 4 cards. Otherwise, scry 2, then draw 2. Oh, that's so much drawing cards. Not fair. The amount of cards that they're drawing. Well, their deck looks sweet. I feel like I'm learning about the format. You need an answer to Satoru. That's what I'm learning. And Behold the Unspeakable. Wow, what a card. What a card. You're Already Dead is actually looking better than it is in most formats as well. I don't know if that's actually true, but I probably shouldn't have bounced the 2/2. I probably should have bounced. Somehow I thought if I bounced Selfless Samurai, I wouldn't be able to sacrifice it. But of course, I can. Here, I think I'll just go ahead and block that. I don't know what they have planned for me, but I feel like it's worth just blocking. Because I have so many... Having a pilot is nice, but I have so many vehicles. It's like... I don't hate trading this off. We'll see what they have. Could be another You Are Already Dead, for example. But I don't hate them spending resources offensively here. Okay, gets +1 and comes back tapped. That's perfectly fine. That's all that it does? Oh, it gains a lifelink. Okay, no, that actually definitely matters. I wonder if they're going to hold back this defensively. They're about to have a 4/4 flyer or whatever, so... Holding back the Inkrise. Oh, what? Oh, you bring this back and... Oh, my goodness. Now I'm not even the aggressor. That's so bad for me. Yeah, them having a huge flyer is an issue. I guess I like that they're playing out their hand for that reason. Network Disruptor, sure. Okay, so they can block in the air, but they can't block in the air and kill my stuff. Born to Drive. Born to Drive is really good, right? I have a very simple plan for you, Born to Drive. Here's what I'm going to do. Put it on the Double Striker, right? So maybe I start by popping Mnemonic Sphere. See what we get. 1, 2. I guess I could play an Era of Enlightenment here. I assume they're just going to chump block my Kitsune. Oh, yeah, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Do I actually want Golden Tail Disciple? Probably not. I think I want removal more than anything. So I'll put that on the bottom. Born to Drive. I think it's better to put this on the Double Striker than to put it on a flyer. I guess I could put it on Dragonfly Suit. Does that make Dragonfly Suit a lethal attacker or something? I think let's just pop it on the Double Striker. That seems tough, making them chump block every turn. This is a 10/10 Double Strike. It's pretty strong. All right, I will crew up my Dragonfly Suit. I will crew up my Bank Buster. Actually, do I crew up the Bank Buster? I don't think I need to, because it's just going to get blocked there. Like if I attack with both of these, they're just going to get blocked down by Covert Technician and or Satoru. So yeah, I guess this is fine attacks. Maybe next turn I'll attack with everything. I assume they'll just chump block with like, yeah, Covert Technician, yeah. Maybe it would have been better to put it on the Dragonfly Suit and make them have to be chump blocking in the air, but it's not like they have that many chump blockers on the ground. This is fine. I like killing those creatures. That sounds good to me. I wonder if they have like a board wipe or something. Oh, this was sweet. This is a great set. I can definitely see why people like this set. It's really engaging Magic. Like this feels like a very even game. And they get a 3/3 flyer. I feel like I was really kind of struggling to get any edge for most of this game. Now I do feel like I'm in the driver's seat, but you know, pun intended, in the driver's seat. But it feels very fragile. Like if they have one removal for the Blizzard Brilliant Kitsune, then I can no longer push damage. They just need one removal spell and then to just kind of grow their hand. And if it comes to decking, I'm losing on that front. Oh, hey, all right. Hey, we got another win. 2 wins. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, kind of like Born to Drive. It's a bit of an awkward card, but it did end up being the card that got me there. Probably was a mistake to put it on the Double Striker and not on the creature. I mean, not on the flyer. Should I be playing Light the Way? Is this card actually good? Yeah, maybe Light the Way instead of Moonfolk Puzzlemaker. How about that? It's probably not good. Bounce a permanent you control. I could bounce my Sagas and restart them. That doesn't sound so good. I kind of want to go back to the combat trick because that would have at least helped me push damage for a lot of that game. Okay. All right. Okay, so hey, look, if we get one more win, we're even on wins and losses, and we've got a big chunk of our gems back. But look, for my first online draft of this ever, third draft ever, I'm very happy with 2 wins, 3 losses. That would be perfectly fine. All right, don't hate this at all. Don't hate this at all. Network Disruptor backed up by a Moon Circuit hacker. Yeah, no, that sounds good. So I'll slap this guy down. I might go with Era of Entitlement. Yeah, I'll tap that, sure. I might go with Era of Entitlement rather than the Moon Circuit hacker for mana efficiency reasons. Oh, you have a removal spell for my Network Disruptor? That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. This is not an important card in my deck. It does make my Moon Circuit hacker more awkward, but... Okay, what does this do? When it enters, put a charge counter on it. Right, I remember this. I thought it was too slow. Sack it. It deals damage equal to the number of charge counters on it to target player, and that much damage to our creature. Yeah, no, I probably evaluated that incorrectly in a hurry. I can see how this is a sweet build around. I can totally understand that. Okay, so I really want the land. Am I happy with the 3-drop after that land? Probably, because then after that I can scry. The 3-drop is probably pretty good here. But what am I going to do turn 3? I guess play the Dragonfly suit into the 3-drop crew and attack, something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I put this on the bottom and just go for Dragonfly suit into, you know, Ear of Enlightenment, Moon Circuit hacker. I'm going to start getting creatures. I think I'll put the 3-drop on the bottom. But the land I definitely want. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Oh, 3 colors. All right, then you get another. Okay, so it's already a shock to a creature. All right, I was probably just wrong whenever I read that. When it deals combat damage to a... Holy smokes, you get to just immediately... no way. You get to just immediately draw a card? No way. Yeah, no. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. That's not what's happening today, my friend. You might want it to be, but it's not. All right, I think I just go ahead and play my 3/4. You might have a counter, but it's not Essence Capture. Oh, are they going to just shoot my Hand of Enlightenment? Oh, fair enough. So next turn, I just need to play a creature that can crew up the prototype, and I'm going to get my 1/1s rolling. Oh, do you have like something that can kill Prodigy's prototype? Oh, this costs 4 to activate, so they couldn't have activated it last turn. All right. I need to get assertive. I need to... Okay, hi, Tezzeret. What? What? Okay. Draw 2, discard 2, or something becomes a 4/4. Okay, interesting. I thought they would make something a 4/4. I thought they would probably make something a 4/4. So can I play Moon Circuit Hacker and kill Tezzeret? That was a bold Tezzeret play. I'm very surprised they didn't just make something a 4/4. Not sure I understand that. I would have just made something a 4/4. Because now I get to do this. Oh, they have a removal spell for Hand of Enlightenment. That makes sense to me. It's depressing, but this makes perfect sense now. Now I get it. So something's going to get shocked here, I assume. They cannot activate this, but something's getting killed. Bounce target creature? No, it's for red. Oh, that's very frustrating because that's just very frustrating. That's very, very frustrating because now they can do the -2 still. I can't even play my Ear of Enlightenment because I'm choked on lands. Yep, no, we lose. No, Volcanic Surge. What a good card. I don't think I saw any of these in the draft, but what a good card. What is this? Gain control of an artifact or creature, untap it. You still have so much interaction. Oh, they can just kill one of my creatures. Yep. They still don't want to make a 4/4. I guess they just want to pop this to kill one of my creatures. What's this? Oh, Lion Sash, another classic vintage cube card. Wow, I'm playing against a vintage cube deck here. Okay, what does it do exactly? Oh, befriending the moth. That actually really helps me, doesn't it? I can befriending the moth. Ah, see, isn't this card actually good? So I can befriending the moth, jump my Hand of Enlightenment, or jump my Moon Circuit Hacker, attack Tezzeret with both, and they have to chump Hand of Enlightenment. Okay, hey, is befriending the moth actually a good card? They can't pop this. Oh, they can exile something from a graveyard to put a +1/+1 counter on this to trade with Hand of Enlightenment. And then, okay, yeah, I'll do it. See if you want to trade your Lion Sash off. I assume that you do. I assume that you do. Dang, their deck is awesome. I wish I had their deck. Oh, okay. All right. Nice. Nice. I guess maybe Lion Sash, the classic vintage cube card, is probably just so good. It's going to be a 5/5 this turn that they just don't even need Tezzeret anymore. They were just trying to find their Lion Sash as quickly as possible. Yeah, no, and they can just shoot, you know, whatever with the Dragon Spark Reactor. No, yeah, their deck is awesome. I love their deck. I want to draft this deck next time. Jeskai Control. That's sweet. This is a cool set. Oh, and you have something for 4, or you're just holding up Dragon Spark Reactor. That makes sense. I'll give it to Hand of Enlightenment, because you would rather be shooting Moon Circuit Hacker if possible. So this deals 3 damage. So I actually can just play Replication Specialist and then replicate a Dragonfly suit next turn. It's pretty cool. All right. In with both. You will shoot something. Moon Circuit Hacker, maybe? Yeah. Don't hate that at all. I don't hate that. Now I really want to find my other removal spell so that I can get rid of this Lion Sash or any of my like 1/1 dirtily things. I have a bunch of 1/1s, a bunch of 1/1 generators. I mean, this is one of them where I could be chump blocking the Lion Sash, but they can always reconfigure it. They can always reconfigure it like onto the Vector Glider. No, I don't think I have a lot of options for winning. Their deck is so awesome. I'm jealous. I mean, they're just playing like every card I want to be playing. No, that's totally sweet. And I already used my pacifism. So I need to exile their Lion Sash. That's like the only thing left to me. They're keeping up how much mana? Okay, sure. I need chump blockers, but I need chump blockers in the air because they can always just reconfigure it. Yeah, no, Lion Sash. There's a reason this card is a mainstay of Vintage Cube, not the card you want to play against in a normal Premier Draft set. So I could play a Dragonfly suit and copy it, and then basically just try to go for the kill in the air. That kind of sounds right. Sunblade Samurai will let me gain 2 life as a surprise. That actually could be relevant. Okay, attack. I probably just hold back my 2/2. I may have to chump block in the air. I have to be aware that that's like something I will very possibly have to do. No, but their deck is awesome. They deserve the win. I'm actually rooting for my opponent because of how sweet their deck is. Yeah, so they can always reconfigure onto the Vector Glider and make a lethal attack. In which case I'll chump with a Dragonfly suit. Oh yeah, or you can put it on the Acquisition Octopus, but I'm blocking that no matter what. So it's not like you're forcing me to block by doing that. Reconfigure, but you don't have Trample. I have to block that anyways. I'm actually a little confused by that. What does this mean? I guess they just don't want Acquisition Octopus to die, so the art is so weird. The art is so weird. All right. Chump block. Easy chump. I'll just chump with my ground creature, because I'm going to be trying to push damage in the air. I guess I could have attacked with... I guess I could have chump blocked with the Dragonfly suit. They can make it a 9/9 though, so there was no like triple block or anything there. Okay, all right. That's something. Are they just going to put everything onto the vector glider? That's so funny. Yeah, that makes sense. Now I can't attack. If I can exile target creature, if I can get that, then I could attack. But okay, let's scry 2. I think this is worth doing, even though it means I can't play my Sunblade Samurai, because like a 4/4 is not relevant. Ugh, 2 bad cards. There's just nothing to do with this. All right, then they can unreconfigure next turn. No, I mean, we can pretty much give them the win at this point. I'll play it out for a few more turns, but basically, if I can manage to find exile target creature, then we have a hope, but sure. Oh yeah, my return something to the battlefield, my rare saga is not good here, because I can just exile it. Lion Sash, what a card. I wish I'd seen one of those. Yeah, I mean, no, this is sweet. Tezzeret, splashing red, basically blue-white, splashing red for the voltage surges. It's clear to me now that this is what blue-red wants to do. Interesting if they're playing Spell Pierce. I guess maybe that's just good. Oh, this is awesome. This taught me a lot about what blue-white is trying to do. Blue-white, I mean, yeah. Taught me a lot about what blue-white is trying to do. All right, crew this up and block. Just chump. I do have chump blockers for days here, so we do get some more draws. For me, though, draws are mostly about just getting information from my opponent for tomorrow's draft about what exactly we're trying to do. All right. Basically, just play only the most powerful cards. I don't know. There probably is. What is this? Tap it, and then it doesn't untap. Okay. Yeah, basically, I'm sure there is like white-based aggro, but I didn't really get aggro pieces. I didn't know that I was looking for aggro until much later in the draft. What is this? What are they pondering? Oh, reconfiguring. Can they reconfigure? No, whatever. They said, let's make 1 mega creature. That's pretty sweet. That's fun. Go to my turn. I Gonjo. Yep, that's not relevant. That is not relevant at all. All right, go ahead and play this guy, and then I'll just crack in for 3, leave Imperial Moth as a chump blocker. Actually, do I not do that because they can unattach this and attack? Maybe I'm not supposed to untap the Samurai. Maybe I'm not supposed to tap the Samurai, actually. Yeah. Because I don't want them to unreconfigure, and then they can crack in for lethal with a Lion Sash. And force Acquisition Octopus getting damage in. I think 1 2 1 2 and then 3. I think they can just barely do that. Oh, it's not quite lethal actually. Maybe I wouldn't be forced to block the Lion Sash, but I'm not happy in that situation. Probably actually it's better for me to just block with the 2/4. I think the damage, like my counterplay is damage. This guy has vigilance, so. But yeah, if they unreconfigure the Lion Sash here, they have a blocker on the ground. If I could exile the Lion Sash, but are they ever going to make it a creature again? That's the question. Golden Tail Disciple just shows the total uselessness of most of my cards. Okay. Let's see. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it is now a lethal attack in the air. So I cannot attack with the Dragonfly suit. Oh, bummer. Bummer. Can't attack with Sunblade Samurai. Can't attack with Dragonfly suit. I mean, Tezzeret was really good, and also the what's the one? Where's that saga that was drawing them cards? Oh, it gets exiled. I don't know. They had a saga that was drawing them cards somewhere. Did they shuffle it in or something? No clue where it went, but they had a saga that was drawing them cards. Oh, it flips into this. That's what happened. This card was really good, and Tezzeret was really good. And between those two, they found Lion Sash, and then Lion Sash, if I had an answer for it. Oh, they are playing this card. Maybe it's better than I thought. I thought this would be too slow. Basically finding the Lion Sash. They needed to just dig for Lion Sash. They weren't doing anything for the first many turns of the game, which would have given me an opening to be aggro. And then they haven't even taken over this game except for the Lion Sash. So if I had more removal, I did use 1 piece of removal at one point. But I'm just really, really, really short on removal. Okay, it's GG, right? If I'd had more removal, I could have removed the Lion Sash, and then I actually would have been attacking for a bunch every turn. So clearly I'm too low on removal. I would have intellectually known during the draft that I had too little removal. But but I just didn't see the moments when I was supposed to prioritize it. I think befriending the moths was actually a bit of a mover up for me. Definitely needed more of every type of removal. A bunch of cards were exactly as bad as I expected them to be. Like all of these cards, I'm sure they have a role in some deck. But these like random, whatever, like 3 power, 2 power, 3 drops. Signpost Uncommon was really bad. I think maybe Vehicles is just not what you're supposed to be doing. Replication Specialist was totally sweet. Sunblade Samurai pretty weak. Hotshot Mechanic was weak. So really, I think I was like half control, half aggro without really being good aggro and without having interaction. So definitely a lesson for tomorrow. I'll draft this set again tomorrow. I think this was pretty fun. Then the day after that, I will be doing viewer submission draft reviews if I get some reviews in the Discord. So do go into the Discord and submit some drafts for me to review. And then the day after that is when Strixhaven drops, which we're all very excited for. And I'll definitely be drafting Strixhaven on the first day of the set. All right, folks, until tomorrow, have tons of fun playing Magic and don't be afraid to splash.